Okay, Coach, it is always a celebration here in New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the New Orleans Saints. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, heck of a move.
Man.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 60 orange. Ready, go.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. The tackle made there by Jared Davis.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
15 lining, 15 lining.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Bryan. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Slam, slam. Hard. 51 to Mike, 51. Ready.
Throwing on first down. Love. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. Running with Kamara. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Jalen Hurd, the intended receiver.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
Got it?
Hey, Mike. Hey, no, switch the mic right here. We go Mike 40, Mike 40.
Switch up, General. West. Go.
They'll run it with Kamara. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. And barreled his way into the end zone for a Saint touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Rip right, rip right. Hey, check Mike, 57.
Throwing, Brissett. And he slings one that's incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw, Brissett. Got an open man, it's Ratley. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 43. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there.
Hey, let's go. Let's go.
Melange. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
He's going to take a shot for the end. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Damian Ratley, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. The fly route works for the TD grab.
And you know the receivers love to say, if we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did, all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun. Love. Flush to his right. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
It's going to be a long day. Let's go. I got you.
To throw on 3rd down. Love. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
On 1st and 10, Brissett. And he's got it. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, They do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. They'll run it with Johnson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off play action, Love. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
You ain't doing nothing today. Why? Move. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. Mike,
off the play fake. Love. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Trey Flowers make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Here comes the Saints punter now. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. 14, Saints 7. Here comes the Saints punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded just inside the 30. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they fell behind early, but since then, 2 touchdowns and a 14-7 lead.
Yeah, they found the end zone on their first 2 drives, and even more so after the defense gave up the first lead. But these last 2 drives, obviously they inspired their D because they shut them down the last time out. They hope to continue that string.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Brissett. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They run it with Balazs. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. It's now 4th down. John Harbaugh going to roll the dice. They're going for it on 4th down.
Switch.
They'll try and run with Balaj. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
Okay, you and I are sitting up here getting ready to analyze whether they should go for it or not. Did you see the quarterback just point to the sideline and say, everybody back, I've got this call?
Well, you knew this side of the field, they're in plus territory, 4th and 1. He wasn't coming off the field.
No, he wasn't coming off the field, and he wouldn't let the offense go with him at all. He said, we're staying out here, and we're picking this one up. That's some leadership right there.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try to throw now. Bissett. Open man is Galladay. Complete. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Galladay. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about it all week long. Have to try to contain him.
And now for him, being able to focus on the task at hand and not just immediately assume that last week it totally carries over, but you got to like the start that he has, showing those great hands that we've seen from him throughout.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Kamara. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Let's go now. 15 Lonnie. Hunt up. Check 3.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Jalen Hurd, the intended receiver.
But when we go back to our conversation with the defensive coordinator, that type of a play was not a surprise to him. He expected trickery in this game, yet somehow his defense, they still took the cheese and got caught in the mousetrap.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 36-yard line.
Ready, break.
Mike 51. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous. Go, Mike. Hey, let's come down.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Love. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 45.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
55's my guy, 55.
Here's Bissett. He'll get this one to Galladay. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
First down.
Got it. Check right, sir. Watch it, Hey, defense, let's go.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
Brissett to throw on first. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hand.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 95 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The drive will commence with a run by Balaj. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
They stay on the ground on first for Johnson. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
On second down, it's Johnson. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And just like that, it's third down.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Mike, 55. Mike, 55.
Now Brissett. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. 9 yards on the play and a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Let's go, feet tighter. Let's go, feet tighter.
46-yard line.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. And here we go. Watch the pass. 22, check, over.
On second down, Johnson. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
55's Mike, guys, 55. Oh, go!
Brissett. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want my 55, my 55.
Brissett now. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
It's our time.
Brissett sets to throw it. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. The 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smiles.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we? No. Because ordinarily that happens, things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Again, it's Kamara. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9, and it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
On 3rd down, it's Reed. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And we are tied at 21. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll need to regroup after the costly interception last time. It led to a tying touchdown. 21-all is where we stand, and they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They go to Johnson again. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 3rd down. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
And the Lions, 1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On 2nd down now. It's Tyler, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. To throw is Brissett. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Reed. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. You know they'd love nothing more than to get a 3-and-out here after having the interception.
And it also tells you a little bit about how they feel about their leader, right? Their quarterback throws an interception in the previous series. They're trying to help.
And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara. His 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point by Seibert up and good, and they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Again, it's Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Strip that ball. Mike 5-5. Mike 55. Mike 5-5. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
From the gun, here's Brissett. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. He'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a 1st down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 44-yard line.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Brissett. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down.
1st down, Lions.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10.
Mike 55. Mike 55. Come on, baby. Come on. Let's go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And down to the 19-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Get him. Get him. Get him. Mike 55. Mike 55. Mike 55. Here we go. Here we go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Brissett to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Kenny Galladay is intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Lions on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Watch twins. Watch twins. 25. Check 25. Check 25.
Back to throw. Galladay's got it, and the Lions have a touchdown. Kenny Galladay, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field. And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Watch the slap.
And to give this time to the tailback. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 6.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Love. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. The defense did their job. 4th quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it, because the offense has been yelling at him from the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Saints' 45-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Second and 2. And he will find his man on the outside. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
He's coming.
The busy night continues for Johnson. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. Johnson might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Go, go, go.
On the ground, this is Johnson. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And it's 3rd down.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
Get him, boys.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's a 20th carry for Johnson. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
And the Lions first down.
55. Watch the sled. Watch the sled.
A first down carry here for Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a first down or more. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kerryon Johnson with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Important extra point up and through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And thee coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Delano Hill. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. They'll keep it on the ground. Johnson. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally brought down at the 43. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. They'll run on first down. Johnson. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles, and really the difference, obviously, was that 4th quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you can just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So for Detroit, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll have another road date next week with the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they fall for the first time this season after 6 wins to start the campaign. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew,